Hey guys, how's it going? Got a dual video review here for you. On this side I've got Classics or Generation Universe, whatever you want to call them, Grimlock. And on the other side I've got the Generations Fall of Cybertron Grimlock. Let me go ahead and get the Classics guy out of the way here. And as you can see on the front, we just got some artwork. We got him packaged here in robot mode. Got some more artwork on the side. On the back, we got some photos of Grimlock along with some tech specs and a blurb about him. A little bit more artwork there on the side. Sorry about that. And that's pretty much it for his packaging. So I'll be back in a flash with him out of the box so we can see what he's like. Hey guys, on the left we have Fall of Cybertron Grimlock, and on the right we've got the Generations Grimlock. And out of the two molds, I actually feel in this mode that the smaller Generations mold is actually better in dinosaur mode. I think it's just better looking, it's better articulated, it's just really nice in dinosaur mode. I'll go ahead and focus on him first. You got a variety of posability options. He's actually fairly posable in this mode. His head can go up and down. His jaw, of course, can close and open. He's got ball joints for his little arms here. The small T-Rex arms. He rotates at the waist, although I don't really think you'd exercise that too much. Just something to know. His tail can move in a few different spots. It's got some various points of articulation on it. His legs can move all the way around at the top there. Bend at the knee, and his foot has movement. So honestly, overall, pretty good articulation in beast mode. Now, you got a couple options here. This is the more scientifically accurate way. The T-Rex was, but of course the old style drug his tail on the ground. You can sort of do that with the Deluxe a little bit, just depending on how you position his legs. I mean, really, whatever your preference is, it can do both. He can mount his weapon in this mode. He just comes with this bad boy here, so just plugs into a port there, and the missile fires, as you can see, and that's pretty much it. Overall, though, I have to say, I really like the dinosaur mode on this guy. It is really good. Just well thought out, and I think just well engineered. Now, the Fall of Cybertron dinosaur mode is okay. I think it's a bit small for a Voyager, and one major problem with it here is, of course, the hole that you got on the bottom. That's not great. His posability suffers with his official transformation, because for some reason the official transformation says to tuck his legs in like this, but the problem is that restricts his movement. But you can very easily relieve that just by kind of popping his legs out here, which of course are his arms in robot mode. Just do that, and there you go. And that frees up his articulation. He can move all the way around at the top of the leg, bends at the knee. Doesn't really do much on the foot. His head can move a little bit, but he's got a gimmick in this mode. Actually, in both modes, he's got a light up gimmick. You do this, he lights up. As you can see, he's got an Autobot symbol on the top of him. That's pretty neat. And his head actually lights up really well. It's fairly neat. But I could honestly take it or leave it. His little dinosaur arms move, and his tail doesn't really do much of anything as far as articulation goes. I mean, that's pretty much going to cover this guy's alt mode. I have to say I'm a bit disappointed in this alt mode. Oh, I forgot, you can mount his weapons on him if you want to in this mode. I don't think it looks all that good, but the option is there. You can put his sword and shield on his, oops. On his body there, and I mean, it looks okay. It's good for weapon storage. overall, I think this mode is just sort of okay, and honestly, it could have been a lot better than what it was. It's just a little bit of a disappointment overall. And but yeah, like I said, the winner, at least in the dinosaur mode, would be the Generations Classics Grimlock. Anyway, I will be back in a flash to go over these guys' robot modes. Alright guys, here we are back with robot mode. And again, on the left, we've got the Fall of Cybertron Grimlock, and on the right, we've got the Classics Generations Grimlock. And as you can see, their robot mode, there's much more significant size difference. The Fall of Cybertron absolutely towers over the Generations, which is really how it should be. And honestly, in this mode, it's not even a comparison. The Fall of Cybertron absolutely blows away the Generations mold. I mean, much, much better. This mold, honestly, in robot mode, in my opinion, is kind of poor. It's sort of serviceable. I'll give you a quick 360 of him, but he's honestly just not much to look at and kind of a mess in this mode. He's got okay articulation. He bends at the knee. He's got a ball joint at the top of his leg, so, you know, in, out, to and fro. And he's got some rotation up there. He's got the waist articulation. His head rotates. His head mold, actually, the sculpt on his head mold is probably the best thing about this figure in robot mode. I mean, his head looks pretty cool. Other than that, though, it's kind of a hot mess. His weapons are okay. He, of course, has the lovely gun knife thing that he had in his dinosaur mode. And his tail can be used as a, I don't know, oops. Maybe it's a whip, I guess. So, go ahead and put him down right there. Now focus in on Fall of Cybertron Grimlock. Much, much superior mold. In fact, I would say his robot mode is just awesome. I really love the way he looks in robot mode. Really well engineered in robot mode, actually. And as you can see, on his chest, he has a little bit of a different Autobot logo. That's not a standard Autobot logo. I'm not sure exactly what that's for. I know it's some subgroup of Autobots that had this logo. It'd be really cool if that was like for the Dinobots. I'm not sure of the mythology behind that, so I don't know exactly what it's for. I'm hoping, though, that they release the full line of Fall of Cybertron Dinobots. That would be awesome. So, Hasbro, Takara, if you want to make some extra money, put all the Dinobots out, not just Grimlock. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you his light-up gimmick. It works in this mode, too. Just lights up his chest instead of his head. And the Autobot logo here lights up, and his chest pieces light up. It works fairly well. And he's got a good amount of articulation in this mode. He's got a little bit of a foot back and forth. Bends at the knee, the top of the leg, forward, back, in, out. Rotates there at the thigh. Doesn't have any waist articulation. Shoulders go all the way around. Bends at the elbow. Wrist rotation. And his head rotates. So you can get him in some pretty good poses. And his weapons integrate with him very well. He's got a really cool sword that I like. And his shield, you can peg it on either arm. And there you have him armored up. I mean, he is really just cool looking. I really like this figure a lot. And of course, Grimlock is one of my favorite characters, obviously, hence the name of this channel. This is just an amazing mold in robot mode. And just for a fun size comparison, I'm going to go ahead and grab their good friend, Masterpiece Grimlock there, and obviously he towers over these other guys, but I just thought it'd be fun to grab him in there, get him in the shot. So the question is, should you pick these guys up? Absolutely. I would not hesitate to recommend picking Grimlock up. If you find him in the retail or order him online, he is a great piece. Definitely worth checking out. As far as the Generations Grimlock, he's okay. If you can find him cheap on the secondary market, he might be worth picking up. But I wouldn't pay a lot of money for him. But his dinosaur mode is pretty decent. That's pretty much going to wrap this whole thing up. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I will see you next time.